Gonna try again. Oh, I see green now. Excellent. So I'm gonna try again and go back to again. The many cams is there. I gotta get rid of that. Not a problem. We have to focus on saying thank you to ourselves. A lot of us are going through, especially this Christmas season. We're focusing on everyone else. We're helping everyone, trying to contribute, trying to do our best. But we need to stop and start thanking ourselves. It's very important that we stop every day and thank who we are, thank ourselves for everything we do. Um, a lot of times we're easy to, yep, thank you, Chloe, thank you so much. A lot of times we're so easy to self deprecating humor to kind, compassionate people is easy. And we have to stop that. Stop the self deprecating humor. You say, "Oh, people laugh with me. It's okay." No, it's not okay. It's time we stop, take ourselves, because especially those who are good, compassionate, kind people, which I believe most people are. There's only a small fraction of bad people, and they tend to take advantage of a lot of people. But the really good people need to start taking. Hello, Laurie Elderkin. The really good, quality, kind people need to start thanking themselves. Wake up every day, thank yourself for what you do. Um, a lot of times we procrastinate. Sometimes, um, like me, I like to go outside and hike, but today I just didn't have the energy. I did little things around the house, but really didn't accomplish much. And finally, it gets dark about maybe 4:30. I went outside and said, "Okay, it's 4 o'clock." I went outside and I walked in the woods, took my walk, and I said to myself, "Oh, I wasted so much time today. I didn't get anything caught." And I stopped and said, "No, this isn't the important part. I did get outside and walk. I am doing this for me. Thank you for bringing me outside. Thank you for taking this walk." And we forget that. Sometimes we focus on, oh, the bad things we do, but we figure we stop when we're actually doing something. We have to thank ourselves. And that's when the New Year's resolutions come. We want to do all these good things for other people and ourselves. And then when we fail, we beat ourselves up. But we have to stop and say, hey, I'm accomplishing something. Hello, Satorian son. It's good seeing you here. It's like there's something that I was sorry today that a Croatian site, uh, go something, I forget. I'm sorry. I wrote it down and I misplaced it. The point being, he's from Croatia and he had a video. It was half in Croatian, half in English, but this woman who was speaking English was discussing the Hopo Ono prayer. And then the Croatian interviewer, he was only speaking Croatian. And the woman who was being interviewed about the Hopo Ono prayer was speaking broken English. But it was very interesting. What she said was that I keep hearing the breath. She kept saying that the Hopo Ono prayer, um, I'm, I'm sorry, please forgive you. No, sorry, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. It's for ourselves. And you say that over and over again. But she said, those 4 lines I didn't create. And you really don't need those. You just need the emotion of those words. Hopo ono isn't those 4 statements. It's actually the emotion of those 4 statements. And if you can say thank you, thank you, thank you, or I love you and I love you in a compassionate, kind way to yourself, that's what Hopo ono prayer is. And it really blew my mind. And I'm like, how is that? It's such a simple thing that we can stop each day and thank ourselves and appreciate all the good things we're doing. Um, it hurts sometimes that we do great things and we do our best, and sometimes it falls on deaf ears. It's not appreciated, but it comes down to it. Maybe you did too much, and it's not your fault. You're doing the kind thing, and you have to stop and you said, thank me for being so compassionate to this person. Thank me for what I've done for this person. and let that person have it. Don't be angry with them for not thanking you enough, for not appreciating it. Maybe they're just so busy, maybe because so many other things going around. It's not important. Even I went to my sister's for Christmas, and I told them honestly, my sister's been having a horrible year. My niece has been having a horrible year. My nephew's been having a horrible year. My mother's been having a horrible year. And I called them and says, "Hey, can we just have another Thanksgiving dinner? We get together and just the presents will be for the little kids. I don't mind. That's exactly what Christmas is for. But can we just get together as a family?" And everyone felt relief. I did this 2 weeks ago because I want to see my family, but I didn't have money. My mother doesn't have money. My sister doesn't have it. My niece and nephew don't have any money. Um, but we got together and we had a wonderful time because there was no gift to exchange. There was no that long, drawn up purpose. There was just the kids, the little kids, less than 10, opening presents, enjoying the day. And that's what Christmas is about. Pure enjoyment, not about exchanging the presents because, yes, the white elephant, the secret Santa thing is fun and everything, but you end up going home with something you really don't need. And who needs that? You end up bringing something that you think, oh, this will be great. And it falls flat. The most important person you bring to a Christmas is yourself. And you have to appreciate for what you bring and only appreciate and know that you're bringing something and remember that you are the most important part to appreciate yourself. And that I just wanted to get out there because one thing is I need to hear that myself because I work so hard to get everything for everybody, and sometimes I forget, and I'm worn out. And even today when I had some things to do, but because it's the day after Christmas and the places are closed, all my plans went awry, and I ended up being deflated. Like I got nothing done. But the point being is that I rested myself, and I needed to thank myself for resting myself. I said, "Oh, you're being lazy," but no, you're not being lazy. You're being kind to yourself. And it is so important that we do that now. Especially this time of year where Christmas is over, but New Year's is coming. And that's when we're going to start making our New Year's resolutions. And those of us who make the New Year's resolutions, we have to make them out in pencil and say, okay, this is my goal. But if I don't accomplish it, I will appreciate for where I go and get back on the horse and, start again, try again. And don't beat yourself up because when you use resolutions and they're so ridiculous and you try so hard and you just get worn out from them, you don't want to do them. But if you appreciate for each of the little steps you take that you accomplish, it'll bring you up. One of the biggest things is when I was right out of college, I trained dogs. And the one thing about training dogs is negative reinforcement doesn't work in the long term. It might work for the short term to get the dog to do, but it never really works in the whole thing. But positive reinforcement works for dogs. It works for people. We all want positivity. We all want joy in our life. And if we tend to avoid negativity, so if we're beating ourselves up, we end up ruining our plans. But if we can be appreciative of those little steps, and I mean, that is the most important thing. Appreciate yourself for who you are. Appreciate yourself for what you do. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you to yourself, or say thank you, thank you, thank you, or say I love you, I love you, and mean it for yourself. And it's hard sometimes to say I love you to yourself because we feel selfish. And that's the strongest people. The people that have the most difficulty to say I love you to themselves actually need it more to be said to themselves. Yes, hearing it from other people is great, but the most important person you have is you. Your most important friend is you. Your most important advocate is you. You have to know what you need. And if you don't know what you need, you have to learn to listen to the inner you. And I have used thank you a lot lately and didn't even realize it. Um, in my picture, I got into a really major car accident, and it was devastating. We loved that. My wife and I loved the truck. My wife drove that truck. It was a dependable vehicle and hit an ice patch. Don't exactly know what happened. But currently, we got a Subaru. And as things are, because we haven't been paid out yet, but as things are going, once we get the money and pay off the little bit of the loan we still have left, I'm going to be able to pay down most of the Subaru. And the Subaru, honestly, is a much better, stabler car than the truck ever was. And I know that. And I felt I had to explain it to my wife, and she, after driving it, she says, "I agree. It's a great vehicle. I feel secure in it. I feel comfortable. And I mean, it's not a truck. A truck is great because you can move stuff around, put stuff in the back. It's as the Subaru Outlander, Subaru Forester, they're only fancy short bed station wagons. They call them, I don't know what they call them now. They call them SUVs or whatever they call them. They're just station wagons. But I have a Forester, which is 2004. It's a workhorse. It just keeps on going. The paint is chipping off, but I love it because it's dependable and it's stable. And then I got my wife an Outlander just because it's a stable vehicle. And I knew, our loan's a little bit more than I can afford right now, but actually I can wing it. But if I pay down and I come back later, since I paid down most of it with the money from the last car, um, it looks good for us. So even though it was a terrible accident and the whole situation was horrible, I have to thank myself for being involved in that because I actually end up being a good thing. Um, when bad things happen, sometimes you have to thank the universe for the bad things to happen so you can go in a better place. The woman in the Croatian video was saying that she got divorced and her friend got divorced, and they made an agreement to move into a house together, a bigger house that both families would be advantage would a better advantage for them, both families. But at the last moment before they signed the papers, her friend opted out and moved to Arizona, and she was stuck, and she needed the house. And she said, and she could have. Part of her said, "Oh my God, I'm never going to be afford this. Why would she do this?" But she stopped and she said, "No, thank you, thank you, thank you for this opportunity." She ended up signing the papers, fully expecting that it will come to her. And all of a sudden, new gigs came into her life, and she was able to pay for this house. It was rent. She rented the house. She was able to rent the house for 2 years, and she said, it worked out. She just had enough money to live comfortably and pay for this house and pay the rent. And then after 2 years, the owner of the place said, "I'm going to sell this place, and once the new owner buys it, you're going to have to move out." And of course, her thoughts were, "Okay, I'm going to have to pack my bags." And she says, "No, thank you, thank you, thank you for this opportunity." She says, "Okay, I'm going to buy the house." And all of a sudden, this big windfall came. She was able to make a down payment on the house, and her monthly payments were less than her rent. So sometimes it seems ridiculous, but if you listen to these people who use these prayers, these positive affirmations, it works. As long as you're appreciative of the universe hears you. As long as you're appreciative of yourself, the universe hears you and good things happen. And that's kind of what I wanted to say. I want to do it in a shorter way and just say, just be good to yourself. But sometimes you got to be long winded about these things. So, oh, hello, Seeker of Truth. Hello, Milky Way Soul Tribe. Hello, Robert V. It's good seeing you all. I just wanted to come on and just express my feelings because honestly, I do these videos for things that I need to hear. And I'm hoping others can either collaborate or comprehend it or have other ideas and it might help somebody. If I can help one other person, I've accomplished my job. Even if one of my videos out of 100 come out positive for somebody, I'll still do these videos. Although I don't have any more. I tend to uh, collect a whole bunch of videos, have ideas, and then film them. I have no ideas right now, but that's just because I've been under a lot of stress. But Christmas is over. I'm thinking to myself, and things will come, and next year will be much better for everyone. I'm not going to push this year. I just want a peaceful, calm. I don't want a big windfall. I just want a peaceful, calm life. That's all. You know, bad things can happen. I'm okay with that as long as I am just keeping my head above water. That's all I really want. Okay. Go in peace, everybody. Have joy and compassion for yourselves and everyone around you. Rocky Stucci is going to be on at 8 o'clock. God forbid he's healing up, and I'm surprised. I thought he'd be out a little while longer. Want him to heal more, but he's a great guy and he wants to be on. So gonna watch him. So in about 5 more minutes, Rocky Stucci will be on. I don't want to step over him. I just wanted to say my piece and tell everyone to be good to themselves and you know Ariel, and then Poel said, I am prospering. We're all prospering together. Thank you, Ariel. I am prospering. We're all prospering together. Thank you, Pael. I look at this every day. Just I think about just having little associates. I don't push them. They don't push me. It's just we work together, bringing positivity into my life so I can bring positivity in other people's lives. It's not about being selfish about everything for me. It's about me putting my best self so I can truly help others around me. So we're all prospering together as long as we're being at our best self and going out there. Okay. Be good to yourselves, everybody. Bye. I forgot to